Hey, welcome to the channel. My name is Eric, and I've always tried to stay with the tune of keeping it real. This is how a shop normally works, especially when you have old school versus new school, right? But I want to show you why sometimes new school will not get you where you need to be. It takes experience. And how do you get experience and wisdom? With time. And I've got Claude involved today. We're going to be doing two different Predator engines from Harbor Freight. One is attached to a sump pump, and the other one is part of a pancake, what I call a generator. Alright, let's get into the video. Hey, so welcome to the channel. My name is Eric, and today we're going to be working on a Predator pump, sump pump, and a pancake, what I call a pancake energy storm 2200 kilowatt. Or 2200 watt generator. Stay tuned. Alright, so the customer brought this in and said that it wasn't running only on choke. So what's the first thing we want to do? The first thing we want to do every time is compression check, because the compression can have something to do with how well that's running, or whether it's sucking the fuel. Alright, so let's get the spark plug out. Visually look at the plug. Gap looks good. Not excessive flooding or anything like that. So we'll grab our trusty compressor. We just had the lights go out. No big deal. Alright, so now I got the compression tester on. You never know what's going to happen in my videos, right? So let's get over here. $52. So it's only got 52 pounds of compression. It has overhead valves on it. So the next thing we're going to do is see if the valve clearance is correct on it. If not, it's junk. So let's do that. So what we want to do, we want to bring the engine up to top dead center. So when you're working on these, you have the intake, and then you got the exhaust. And you have 2 strokes, okay? So what you want to do is you want to watch your valve, and you want to come up top dead center after this valve has moved in and stopped. So you know you're on this side. And this is the intake side. And you want to get yourself says for the intake it's 0.08 is what we're looking for. 0.05, there's 0.08. Alright, so on your feeler gauges you want to just take and come in and have it so that take that, I want to turn it in. Right there. Let's get her locked in with a 14 and a 10. You don't want anything to move when you're tightening. Alright, so that one's done. So now you want to take and pull it again. See that one go down and come back out. And then you want to do the same thing. And this one should be set at 0.1. Well, it's saying that on my exhaust I should have 0.100. I don't have
0.1.
0.1.
1 point?
Exhaust or intake with 0.08, which I just did.
Yeah.
And then it says the exhaust size should be 0.1. So it'd be 2. And I don't have
You
it.
sure it ain't 0.10? 10 thousandths? Because that's 1/100th of a thousandth. That would be. Let's see what you got.
Because it's. But once I went to try to top dead center the exhaust, that tightened her up so she's tighter than Toby's touch hole.
Now you're on top. Well, it would, because see, on your cam comes around like this. It's got a lobe on it. Well, from here to here isn't perfectly smooth. That's why they tell you to go top dead center.
Well, you see it with the exhaust.
Depending on. That should be top dead center right there. See, this is like them fucking Hondas. See, the Hondas, I could never fucking go by that. What I did is I took them when they were loose like that. I take them till they just touch. Because see, you adjusted this one already, you said. And see how fucking loose it is?
So just snug both of them up?
That's what I used to do. I used to leave the compression gauge in there and take, like right now, take them until they just touch, see what you got, and just play with it backwards and forward.
I know I had 52.
You ready?
Extra water. 52.
We didn't change. Okay, we just shut these off.
Yeah, one of them started squirting water all over me. So let me try this. and
Take
then-
them until they're this one's tight right now. Okay, ready?
I got nothing.
Nothing now. See, now it's too tight. That would tighten the jam nut. Fucker loose. Or you can turn this one with your finger. Just back it out a little bit. Watch your gauge. Alright. Release it. Okay, back it out a little bit. I can't turn it. More. Like a quarter turn if you can. Alright, see if that changes there.
That's up to 60.
Okay, release it, back it up, just eighths of a turn or so.
$75.
Okay, now do the other one. Loosen that one up. Nope, 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 nope. You got your jam nut tight. You twist that.
Oh, I thought we broke these free.
You did the one. I'm gonna say if you turn, it'll twist the top. That goes faster to get off. All right, now back that one out just a little bit. Okay, back it up just a tiny bit more.
Oh, we're up to almost 80.
All right, just back it up just a touch more. Ooh. All right, so did it change when you just moved it? If it did, turn it back in some.
Try that.
All right, so that, all right, lock both of them.
Lock both of them?
Lock them both right there. Just hold your bottom one so it don't loosen. Ready? Just snug them, don't yank them. There you go, that's all they need. Because that was changed when you tighten that.
It changed.
Yeah, because what happens is when you
Tighten it
you
down.
tighten this nut against that one, it pulls it back. So now you gotta
Do this one? 'Cause that's the one I did last.
no, do that one. Just see what we got.
50.
Back them both out a little bit.
the intake is loose.
That's okay. Coming up.
60. Why don't I do that and then let you do
Back
this
the other
one?
one you want.
Tell me when to pull.
Go ahead. Got about 60.
Ready?
Yep. Just under 75. You said you had almost 80 once?
Yep.
Try that.
Ready?
Yep. Now I'm at 75. A little bit. $72, 4, about 75, 77. I'm at 77 right now. See if that goes up. Ooh, 82. Okay. Yep.
Ready? Feel that pulling against me.
Yeah, I'm at 80. No, actually, I'm at 102. It's locked in. Maybe he's right there. Check that out. So, when you lock them, the easiest thing is hold your box end on there.
This is going to be a good video.
What, you doing it?
Yeah.
Oh. And then.
Oh, how sometimes feeler gauges just don't cut it. You have to.
They don't cut it. You gotta do it by hand. Okay.
Ready? I don't feel as much resistance
Yeah,
there.
you're 100 and over. Way up by 100.
All right, so you got them both tight.
Those are both tight right now. That can be put back together and then start it and see if it runs without the choke. Yeah, sometimes the video games just don't cut it. Or the feeler
Feeler
gauges
gauges.
thing.
Well, I mean, that's what the video is going to show. Is that sometimes you have to have experience
Yeah,
and
and,
how to keep adjusting until you get it right.
Yeah.
Even though it said 0.1 and 0.08.
Yeah, because the only ones I've ever had problems with, so now we know the Predator's the same way, but the Hondas are the same way. Hondas are a pisser to get done.
I know that sometimes the feeler gauges, trying to do it the right way won't always give you the best when you're trying to adjust these Chinese motors. And just by doing what we just did, it's a lot easier if you got two guys because you can have one guy cranking while the other one's adjusting until you get it up to where you want it. Now we started at 50. And we got it up to 125 just by doing the valves the way we did it. I want to teach you guys how to do it the right way. But that's where sometimes old school can get you where you need to be instead of chasing your tail. So now we know we've got almost 125 psi on the engine. That makes me feel a lot better that we could do it. By doing the feeler gauges, I couldn't get it to where I needed it. That's why I had Claude come out and give me a hand. Oh, get this buttoned up. You got any trick of getting that hose in?
Yeah, you put it in before you put the cover on. This one?
Yeah.
Usually you gotta put it in before you put the cover on. Wait, you do it this way. Keep a hole. Yeah, you put it in before I put the cover on. Got mount it off on it. These are both off, so you shouldn't screw off.
Still gotta go into there.
Going into choke, yeah. And it doesn't have the fuel shut off on it. Yeah, I think you're off. Loosen that, turn that bolt, so let's go this way. That's what you're going for. That's real quick. Well, it runs. And I'll run it with 2 pounds per hour. Drained everything. Man, that stinks. That's looking bad, yeah. Wonder if he run this year.
Put a little bit of full.
It smells like he might have took it out of a fucking old can somewhere. Alright, that's what. Maybe a quarter.
I wouldn't put much more, a few drops in the freaking tank.
Yeah, I'm just getting tap full at the most. Oh. Oh. Alright. There. Shake the shit out of then open her back up. Give her a second.
Run.
Switch on?
Yeah.
See, a lot of times it'd be just a little bit of water sitting in the bottom of that son of it. Now it's turned out where you can take this screw and open it instead of sewing this up.
All right, let's try this one. Again, first thing you're going to want to do is a compression check. I know this seems kind of mundane, but you gotta get it down to a routine that you're doing this every time, because you could be wasting a lot of your time chasing your tail if you don't. Come on there, you little bugger. Okay, so I want to make sure it's set at 0. And $50 again. This does have overhead valves. Probably the same Predator engine. Alright. So, we need to take these out. I'm going to go ahead and put some of this in that Jason recommended. Have a nasty day outside today, raining and stuff. Good day to stay inside. Coming down hard. Alright, so let's get the valve cover off. Alright, so you got 114, 10. Back your 10 right out. Holding here. The valves all run the,
51 pounds?
I had just, now it can't, it went down when I tried turning.
So what do you got? What do you got? Number 75. Let me try just the one.
There's 100.
90. Maybe that one just a little tweak more. $120.
Yep, good. Lock them in.
Alrighty. Try her again. Make sure she stayed. Nope, it's dropped to 50.
Drop to 50.
Yep. $100. Yeah, I'm gonna just pop her back together.
You got her tight?
Belts are all tight, yeah.
So explain why you do it this way and not with a feeler gauge.
Why?
With the Predator engine. I think this is a Predator too that's in this.
Honda's the same way. I did Hondas. And you do them the way the book has and they will not run. But you take a Honda and you play with it like this, pull it, play it, get it where you want it, and it's done.
Okay.
To explain why, I don't know. It's just because I learned that back before barn burnt down there.
Yeah. Well, I just tried doing the feeler gauges and I couldn't get it to
No,
get the compression that we needed. So,
no. And
so this one here, I would assume I put a little bit of
look in it. Yeah.
P
Cause see, like if you're doing them on like
R
cars and stuff, you leave it running, and that's how you adjust them. But it's hard because as that is going up and down, you got to have the right feel on the feeler gauges because it'll feel tight on you, and it ain't because it's pinching it.
All right. So, how much crap do I got to take apart to get to the carburetor?
Right now, maybe put
Four
carburetor's
screws.
right here.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah, 10 millimeter. You can drain all the juice out of the carburetor.
Okay.
Right here, put your little cup under it. You got to shut off on the fuel. Yep, right
Hopefully
here. Yep. So
off is
it's gonna
this
be
way.
over that way. Ugh. Okay. Now you should see because this has the bleeder screw too, which is the one up on the top. But if you just loosen that bottom one, it'll drain that right out. Water. Till let go of it. Yeah. Just let that run out. She'll stop dripping.
I wonder how I'm gonna comment. You got a cigarette in your mouth and you put it with gas. Do as I say, not as I do.
Until you hear the boom, you're fine. Because if you hear the boom, you know you ain't dead.
So while I was doing that, I can put the valve back on. You getting anything on the brakes?
No.
But that's kind of what you're going to see on a lot of these Predator engines. Now, when you're using the feeler gauge, I've had good luck with the Briggs, Kohler, and all them.
Yeah, yeah. Just up,
Alright, let's choke. Is there an on and off on this?
Turn the fuel on.
Yes. There's the on button.
You ready up?
Yep. Between the valves and water and the fuel. Problems trying to get these to run. They'll
Yeah.
just chalk it up to it doesn't work.
Right, they'll think that it's an issue.
When it
with-
is fixable. It's just
Yeah.
how you're approaching it.
Yeah, it's not an issue with the motor, it's just an issue with the way I mean, look at that book we had on the Massimo that time.
Oh yeah.
You could not go by the book.